Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Returning at Home with me. I have been running back, chasing my tail all day today, and I haven't had much time to prepare for this. So, two pieces of wood, and I'm going with the second choice. I'm not going with the first choice because even though I turned a sort of a bowl last week with a natural edge, I didn't want to turn another bowl. So, we're going for something different. And a bit of fun with this. I haven't done one of these for a long time, and it's a wee winged box. After watching Doug's live last week, uh, it just hit me. I haven't done one of those for a long time, so that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to just bring Doug in. There he is.
Here we are. Hello, everybody.
So I will put Doug in the background, and he can tell me who's in and what's going
Back to the
on
back.
back to back. And um, I have this piece of there's my well iPod's not working, and I'm on the mouse tonight. I can't get my uh, touch portal to work. I need your help, Pete. Later on, let's see, where are we? Overhead. So this is the piece of wood in question we're going to use. So I've measured it at 7 inches long, and it's about when I write it, 3 1/4 wide. And it doesn't matter about the depth because we're going to take a whole lot off this. So we're just going to mount it between centers. Okay. And the first thing we want to do is get a tenon on one side of it. And let me get it in the chuck. I roughly uh, measured this up. So I want to get it more or less even on both sides, center point. It's not a big thing because you can always take a wee bit off with a sanding disc when it comes down nice and thin on the wings. So it's not crucial at this point, but it helps you if you prepare for it as it goes along. Okay, so that's that in that. I will have probably a wee bit of work to do with this, but I can touch that up the two sides using the sanding wheel mounted in the headstock later on. But for now, we'll straighten this up, put a tenon on it, turn it around, and start taking some timber away to give me my wee box, and then we'll get the wings formed to whatever size and dimension I make this circle. So I was playing about and keep going to that to push that, and it's not working. So bring it over to the tailstock. So there's the circle I had initially drew, but it's going off the end, so it's not that big. So it's going to be smaller than that. So we'll work that out when we get to it. Okay. So while I'm sorting that out, Doug will tell me who's in.
All right. It is good to see everybody in. It's a good group, it looks like. Let's just start at the top of the chat. Looks like we have Door 60 in. Hello, Door. Jennifer's Crafting Creations. Good evening, Jennifer. Glad to have you along. Twisted Pete of the Trees is here. And Paul's going to need your help here in a little while, Pete. So we go on down, Fred Gillifer, and he started first thing. Good evening, Paul.
A week good evening to you too, Fred.
Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks is in. Hello, Todd. Karsten Pedersen is in. Good to have you. Let's see, who else do we have here? Dale at Old Man River Woodturner. Hello, Dale. Glad to have you. Albert Dawson. Hello, Al. Haley at Wooden Burl is in. Hello, Haley. Glad to have you. And Vinnie Charlton is here. So glad to have you along as well. Malcolm Douglas. Hello, Malcolm. We go on down. Brian Best is in. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Glad you're here tonight. And everything just jumped. Now, where was I? Okay, there's Brian. So that must be where I was. We work right on down, and I see James Crawford, Wivy Woodshed, Matt Evenson. Hello, Matt. Tony Smith. And I believe that's me at the bottom of the list. So glad to have everybody along. And Paul, Pete has already put a suggestion in for you.
Uh-huh.
The OBS update, is the OBS update turned off of the WebSocket? You go on to Tools, WebSocket, and then tick the Enable box.
Where's the tools? Is that in settings?
I would assume so. Go to
Tools.
Tools, then the WebSocket, tick the Enable box.
I'll look at it later, Pete, because I'm in the middle of this and I don't want to messing around with the computer too much in case I lost everything. I done an update. I did an update, Pete, and it's maybe something to do with that.
Paul Heighton is in. Hello, Paul.
So I'm just putting Mark McCannon here.
Robert Boltwood has joined us. Hello, Robert. Robert says it's a wee bit hot.
It's a wee bit. It's been raining here all day, but it's quite warm and humid. So just flattening the end of that cannon there, so my tuck jaw so a bit flush with it. Just stop that and check that. Yeah, just need to make a wee bit. Just a wee bit deeper, Fred. Okay, we'll stop that and then we'll turn it around and get it in the chuck.
If you get done early enough, remind me of my Jimmy Clues story for those who haven't heard it. This piece just reminds me of first time I saw Jimmy Clues.
Just checking that's lining up okay. It is. So we'll just leave a tailstock in place for now. And we want to reduce this somewhat, so we'll get rid of that bark. And keep pushing this button. It's funny how you get used to something and you go change the camera and it's not working.
Absolutely.
So I want to take some of this away. Okay. So would you rather overhead or the tailstock as it is?
Probably overhead, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Put the speed up a wee bit. Just want to see where that is now. Just a wee bit more.
William Kenny has joined us. Hello, William.
Hi, William. Welcome along. So I think this is a piece of ice, by the way, I have. It's a bad subject. What timber is it? I don't know. Right, right. That's coming down all right. Just a wee bit here at the end of the wing here. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do a wee wing box. You can have the wings coming up. So this is going to be the top of the box, and that's going to be where the lid's going. So you can either have the wings folding down that way or folding up that way. So I'm going to go with them folding down. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of this timber away and shape, just roughly shape the wing where I want it to go. And then we can concentrate in the middle bit.
Pete, I will when he gets to a transition place. We'll go through that.
Let's see what that's like. So it's not too bad. So I think our wing, I could bring it down a wee bit more. So bring it down to there, and then initially go for a thickness about there. So that'll all be coming away. So with that, and that leaves that nice wee wing.
Mike Evans has joined us. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Rob, the professor, has come in. Hello, Rob.
Welcome along, Rob. Just want to check that again. Must be close to it. Yeah. So I want to tidy that up a wee bit, and I want to straighten this out. There's a bit of I want to get rid of that wee bit of can't push that again. Where's my mouse? Which back to the tailstock. Just want to get rid of that bit of bark. So.
Mike Stroughton, aka Babes, has joined us. Hello, Babes. Even Jennifer says so.
Right, okay. Just want to move the tailstock a wee minute. I get formed. Just using the scoot chisel. Here's a nice straight edge. And this is a real finger buster, guys. You have to remember about the wings. It's like a propeller blade going around, so you want to be careful doing one of these.
Definitely want to stay on your side of the tool rest.
Yeah. It would be better if it did. Keep all your fingers tucked in. Just want to take this away. So what I'm doing here is initially getting my shape here. And I'm going to turn it around so I'm finishing the back first. So just make that a wee bit deeper for tanning. Okay. That looks all right. So we'll turn that around and we'll start to take the bottom out of this. I'll just reach back to the overhead camera. Where he is.
Pete says when he does these, he has to count his fingers before going into the house. He's not allowed to bleed on the floor. I'm kind of the same way, Pete. Kind of the same way. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
they can get hairy. You're exactly right, William. Doesn't take but once or twice, and you don't forget. If you've ever done one of these, you know the pain.
Yeah, you certainly do. Mm-hmm.
Well, back in the day, there was a fella came on, says, "I guess I won't be turning any while," and he showed a picture of one of his hands. He had a big bandage on it, looked like he had a splint, and sure enough, he had broken a finger doing something similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, "How in the
Oh,
world did you manage that?"
well, it's not to
Well,
be.
he let his finger get on the wrong side of the tool rest, and
It's no
Carson
laughing
says,
matter. It's very serious. Like you need to watch all your fingers and bits and pieces.
"That's right." Carson said the important bit is to not bleed on the piece. Anywhere else is fine.
Yeah.
Um, not to she who must be obeyed. You bleed on her carpet, and she's not going to like it. At the same time, my wife's wanting to pull up all of our carpets.
So all I'm doing is removing timber here and not concentrating on a finished cut here at the minute. I just want to get my initial shape. We'll probably bring that down a wee bit more. So on the top. So I'm thinking out loud. Do we want to take any more off the bottom, or do I want to take it off the top? So you want a sort of a lip on the top here as well. So the bottom will be faced off here, and more or less you want it not touching. You want the two, all three ends to marry in. So there's a good bit of stuff to come away from that bottom to make it not sitting on the table, the wings, but you want it near enough. Well, any of the ones I have done, that's the way I do it. And if you do it the other way, turn the wings up the way, it doesn't really matter. But you have to remember, and keeping your two top and bottom sort of similar. So that they're sitting a wee bit too thick here. I want to bring it because you want a wee bit of the room on the side of that. You'll see better when I get it turned around. So I'm going to remove some more timber here.
JP Woodwork has joined us. Hello, JP. Sorry I wasn't able to get in your premiere a while ago. Same with Precious. Didn't get to watch his either. I was watching the political clown show over here and came straight into Paul's live. So
That looks near enough. The
looks
same
a lot better.
distance here and there. The other way to check it is with your calipers. Get it near enough. The same size. It's a wee bit bigger We'll take it.
Oh, yes, JP. She will not survive. No matter what, she will not survive.
Okay, we'll just check that again. It's too big now. Reduce that in size. A wee bit more. Right, that's near enough. Near enough good for me. So we just need to tidy this under wing up, and it's going to be pretty hard because the grain's all over, and I just noticed a big crack there. Where am I getting this crappy wood from? I'll tidy it up a wee bit.
Yeah, Robert said we have clowns. You all have the whole circus, and I understand. I think we have the circus too. It's just the clowns who are the ones on stage right now.
Trying to pick the end of that up. Just remember where your fingers are. Good point is to put a bit of tape on here, on your tool rest, and don't go past it with your finger. It's a good thing to make a note of. Because if you go any further, you're bound to hit it. Okay. Where's my ruler? We'll just check that to see where we are. So we can come a wee bit more off that. Okay. Again, we'll just stop that and check it again to see where we are. Should be getting close to it. We are.
Lucy Sweet Potato is in. Hello, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Okay, I'm just going to remark my center point. Bring the tailstock back up again. Yeah, we'll have to put some super glue in that crack. It seems to have gotten bigger. Just there.
While you're doing that, I'll tell my Jimmy Clue story.
Oh, go ahead.
Went into our club meeting, and he was there. Jimmy Clues was there as the demonstrator, and he was getting everything ready. We had the club had a big one-way at the time, and he was putting a 2x4 on it. His whole idea was to turn one of these wing bowls using a 2x4. Well, if you know anything about Jimmy Clues, you know he likes to turn fast. So these guys rushed in and jumped in front of people and made a little bit of a ruckus, and Jimmy caught that in his peripheral vision. He got everything set up, and he looked up at those guys and says, "You sure you want to sit there?" "Oh yeah, we want to sit here. We want to be able to see what you do." So he turns the lathe on to make sure everything's going right. There's that 2x4 swinging as fast as that lathe would go. It sounded like a helicopter taking off. So they very quickly got up and moved. Very quickly. But he knew exactly what he was doing to get them to think about what they're doing a little bit. Alex at Widden Things is in. Hello, Alex. Glad to have you along.
Hi, Alex. Welcome along.
You put this piece on between centers, and it wasn't a 2x4, but it sure reminded me of that 2x4. Alan Gibb has just joined us. Hello, Alan. Alan.
Right. Where was it now? Right, that's more or less where I want that. You can see it in the camera. We've got about 4 mil either end. Not worried about this here. We can fix that easily with a sanding disc mounted in the headstock. We'll run it across the face of it. Right, just to tidy the glue up, and we'll sand that wee bit. And this is where it comes a bit interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of important to turn as fast as you possibly can.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you have to turn as fast as a lathe will go, but as fast as you feel comfortable turning. That way your tool doesn't try to fall in between in that air gap. Todd has made a suggestion of you changing the name of your channel to A Wee Bit of Turning with Paul.
There I go again. I'm looking for the buttons there, and so that's cleaned that up a bit. So I'm gonna sand this a wee bit to see what it's like. What did I do with my sticks?
They're over there.
I haven't thought this through. See when you leave things to the last minute to go come to do a live, and you can't find your bits and pieces. I found a stick, but there's no Velcro on it. Where's the other one? There's definitely an other one somewhere. Right, we'll just have to go for winging it. A minute. Let's see. Where's my sandpaper? Right. Look at that dust extraction going. My helicopter's about to take off, and that's going to spin at 2300. And that didn't stay on long. just being gentle with the
Knocks it off
better
there quick.
it's better the sandpaper flies off than your fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to say you might be better off doing it stationary. Just move the drill head around a little bit. Lucy, we think this might be ash, and it's a winged
Wing box.
box. You said yes.
So I'm near sure it is ice. So I just need to tidy that side up here.
Pete said it's a finger crusher from ash.
Ooh.
Yep, I did a Brazilian pepper of same idea. This one is ash. Gav Sadeh has joined us. Hello, Gav. Good to see you.
So you can't sand it if you're careful. As I say, once you rack up your knuckles a couple of times, you don't want to touch it.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That's okay. I can take that off a wee bit. The sander, and that will turn that up on to take stuff off the head, top of that. So that's okay. We'll just sand that wee bit there, and then we'll turn it around. And you can guess I'm not going to do a whole lot of sanding for this. It's not too bad anyway. It's coming up not too bad with a 120 grit.
Raymond Wise has joined us. Hello, Raymond.
Hi, Raymond. We'll just give it a wee spray of sanding sealer. Put it about that big cracker, but it is what it is. There's not a lot we can do with it about it. So we want to turn it around now. Concentrate in the front. We can come back on the bottom half when we get the top sorted out. So with some mood to remove the myth, so we want to take some of this away. Okay. Where's that head? checking it. Keep stopping, checking to see where your depth is. So you want this radius here to be the same thickness the whole way. So that's not too bad, but it's too thick. A wee bit thinner than that. And you obviously don't want to go too thin, or it could break. I often hit you.
Which then begs the question, how thin is too thin? It's kind of like expanding into a recess. You know, how tight
Well,
do you? How
if
tight do you?
it starts flopping about, it's too thin. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll start flexing and making all kind of racket and stuff. And start to say when you're opening your jaws into a recess, you go as tight as you can up until it breaks. Once it cracks, you've gone too far. Just before that is a great place. Kind of the same thing here. These wings will begin to flex at some point. I'm going to guess Paul's pretty close to the flexing point now.
Yeah, it's quite thin there. And
yep, it's getting there, isn't it?
It went a wee bit deep in this cut here, so I need to take a wee bit off the tips here. And the sound will tell you a whole lot of information on how it's doing, because it sounds a lot later.
Yeah.
There's a different pitch to it, you know. When there was wood there, it was okay. Now it's got very little. Still need a wee bit off that wing. Just the tip of the wing. That looks all right to me. I can get away with sound in that. Right. We'll just bring our spindle gouge over again and tidy this bit up here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me catch her. So I did. I did in half. Just want to see where did I get it? There's just a wee bit left of that. Just wasn't concentrating there and just lost it. Got a wee cat. Oh, that's not too bad. Right. It doesn't like in the corner there. I might have to try that one. Oh, no, there's tore it again. Oh.
Ah, I just refreshed and I'm showing 31 watching right now. Only 13 thumbs up. Come on, folks. Come on. We can do
Just use
better than that. Come on.
this Q-tip here.
Todd said, anyone else holding their breath as Paul's fingers get close to the wings?
Just trying to clean this area up here. I have to go back to the mouse again. This is a nightmare. Just here, this is a good point. You need to get it right so it all forms one nice curve.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks all right, but there's a wee bit. Let's see, where's my spindle? Bigger spindle gauge. I just need to do a wee cut across that with a scraper cut. Just using the wing of the gouge.
Pete, mine only showed 2 thumbs up till I hit the refresh button and it popped up to 13. So,
oh, excuse me.
oh, what happened there? Oh, I see. Whew. I thought I'd lost something. No biggie. We're there. Well,
Not taking an awful lot of timber off this because it's near enough where it needs to be. I think I can get the sanding all done with what's there. I just need to tidy up this here. This has to come down a wee bit.
yeah. Personally, I find that this type of turning takes almost as much stopping and starting as trying to fit a box lid. Because you really can't see what you got. You can't feel what you got without turning the lathe off. So I turn mine off an awful lot when I'm making these wing bowls like this, or box, either way.
Yeah. So you can either have the box flush with your top, or you can have it sitting proud a wee bit. So we're just going to have it sitting slightly proud. So just going to take the center of that out. Keep it in mind here. It's like a wee small bowl, and you want to leave a half decent wall thickness for to remount it to turn it around for the bottom. And a good point here to check for depth. You don't want to go through the bottom. So
No, you don't.
We're nowhere near the bottom yet. There's a great bit of timber come out of that. So that's why it's a good point to get your bottom near enough or the finished size, and then you know exactly what you have to play with. So I'm just using the parting tool to remove the timbers. It's easier enough. It's easier doing it with this. I'm trying to get a big gouge in there. I'll tidy it up with a wee small round nose scraper in a wee second. Check that. Right. There's the buttons again. I'm trying to overhead show you that. Right, okay. So there's the depth there. You see that? I'm just here. I'll mark out with a pencil. So I'm just there. So it's about 1/4 inch. I could take a wee smidgen off it, you know, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to round that bottom over with the wee small round scraper and tidy the bottom up. But I think I have a wee bit of come off the bottom, very bottom of that. So we'll lift the tool rest. We're using our scraper. And it's not negative rake, so you want to be above center. Just winding the elbow starboard out of the way. And we'll change the camera back. There we are. All right, okay. I'll just stop that and have a wee Jeff look at that. I'm quite happy enough with that. Just clean the top of that up. Okay, I think I'm more or less, that part's ready for sanding, and I'll get these wings fixed. So I'm going to straighten all that up on the sanding disc. I didn't have the time to put nice straight lines on the bandsaw. So we'll get a wee bit of sanding done to that. Inside first. Good idea. Take a tool rest out of the banjo so that you can see what you're doing. It's not too bad. Okay. Now just ramp the speed up. We want more speed. It's better that than your fingers. It's just getting their angle right.
Yeah. Shows the importance of keeping that, use the trailing edge, not the leading edge.
We'll see how we're progressing here. Yeah, there's a wee bit there, needs a bit of attention. I think this drill's about to give up on me. It's making weird noises.
Mm.
And it's got intermittent speed. It's going fast and then it slows down. I've just noticed that over the last couple of weeks. It's beginning to go a wee bit.
Todd is saying he appreciates his movable wired control box so he doesn't have to reach over the spinning object. And oh, if all lathe companies would make them that way, that'd be a nice option.
Yeah, it would.
I'm not positive. I think mine has that ability, but it would be a matter of getting the equipment so I could do that.
Any good electrician will be able to do it for you.
Probably.
Wired
But if
in.
it's just off and on, I could do that. But to do the speed control as well would be a different story.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, Robert asked if you've checked the brushes in your drill.
Nope. I don't think there's any brushes in this. Sounds like a cement mixer with a load of bricks in it at the minute.
Yeah, it sounds more like a bearing is going, doesn't it?
Oh, that's not playing ball. Right. That looks all right. Give that a wee blow. Just a pity about that crack.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we'll give it a wee taste of sand sealer. I'll let that whiz around for a second. Roll it up nice and thick. Keep your fingers
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah, you still don't want your fingers over on the wrong side there.
Right. Right. We'll just turn it around again and finish the back here. And finish the foot part and take it down to its final size. I might have to change chucks. I will. That's not. Let me in. Come on. Oh, I need something else for that. Where is it? There it is. My adapter. Oh dear. Oh. That's good. So we're just using a compression here to hold that. Okay. Turn your speed down because we had it going full blast there. Right, that's okay. So we can now take the foot off that Arcana. I need to do the lid first. Before taking that off. You know what? I'm just going to leave that part for a minute. I'll we'll straighten the sides up and then we'll do the lid. And then it's better of having a chucking point to remount it and to get the lid on to finish the front of it, if you know what I mean. Everything has a sequence and of events you have to follow to get everything, and it's just remembering them all.
Sure.
Right. I'll just sand that up with the sanding disc to clean that up. Where's my key? Right. Take that out of that. Right. Where's my wee platform?
Jim Selby is in. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Welcome along.
He said cart before the horse, and how many times have I done that? It's pretty incredible how often. Did watch a video earlier today, a guy doing a project that I want to do before too much longer. That
Okay.
definitely has a sequence of events.
So we're just going to clean the sides of this up.
Todd is asking you if you've ever used a rubber eraser to clean the sanding disc. Yours looks a little bit caked up along the edges there.
I'm going to show you something. There's no sanding disc left on the end of it.
I got you.
It's paper. I just replace it. The lent too heavy on it, and it took it right through the paper.
Yes.
As you do. Okay, when you get it more or less, you want to get both sides more or less the same. There's a wee bit more to come off that. And that looks about even. Then we'll do the ends. That's nice clean. And make sure you put it the right way up. If you're going to sand it that way, putting the bevel on the down way, I put it up that way, so I have to make it sure do the other side the same. So give it a slight bevel. But you're resting your piece on the flat and holding it there to give that angle. So when you're looking at it, it's sloping down to the bottom. So I'm just looking at that and needs a wee bit off that end, off that corner. This wasn't a straight piece of wood to begin with, so all the straightness you'll have to do now. There's a wee bit sticking out there. There's still a wee bit in that. Still a wee bit in that corner. I'm scared of pulling that off, that where that crack is. I don't want to push too hard. Right, that's okay. That's near enough.
Looks good from here.
Looks all right. So we'll turn that off and get that out. And we'll get the lid on. I think a new piece of sandpaper in that. Right.
Maybe.
My blank. I have a wee bit of wood here. I'm tripping over that mouse lead. Just bear with me. I need to cut this in the bond. So. Right. I'm back. So I couldn't find a piece of wood big enough to match that, so I'm doing it with whatever this is. So you could color this piece and make it a wee fancy bit. if you wished. So we get just marking center on this, get it in between centers to get a chucking point on it, and then we can get it into the chuck. Just punch a wee hole in that. Step center. Okay. Bring the tailstock up. So, right, we've got that in between centers, and that's spinning nicely. Right, we'll get that down to the round. A wee bit high. Where's our engage? Okay. Our bull gauge. I'm gonna want to put a cannon on it. Okay. Just hoping I didn't make that too small. I'm just winging it, Doug.
Yep.
Yeah, plenty of room.
Almost perfect.
Right. Okay, so we need to get our piece. So I'm going to fit the lid to the outside of this. Okay, so get the outside diameter of this and mark it onto our blank. So roughly there. Maybe use those over calipers to do that. I had another pointy ones. I threw them out. They wouldn't. The wee winder wouldn't stay put. Every time I went to use it, it was moving. There. So that's the outside. That's the inside there. Isn't it? confusing myself here. Where do I want that? Yeah, I knew I was wrong. That is the outside edge. Why didn't you tell me that, Doug? Never worry, plenty of wood there.
Yeah.
So
One of the things I've had to learn myself is, it's easy to get confused. So if I do, turn it off, start again.
yeah, an Orwa. That's the marker. And before I go too far, we'll just check it. It's almost there. Sometimes you forget what way you're putting the recess or in or out off the sides of the line.
Right.
No, that's it in. It's just a wee bit tight. There must be light bevel on that. I think I did. How do we skew? Just remove that bit of timber so I can get in to cut that.
Professor's got to go. He's had 4 grandchildren all day. He's got them again tomorrow. So he's headed to bed.
Yeah, you need to rest.
Sleep well, Rob.
Thanks for coming in. Right, that's a lovely fit. So we just want to reduce the outside diameter here first.
Yeah.
Stop that and see.
Time difference still gets me a little bit. Rob said he had to go to bed. I'm thinking middle of the afternoon. No. No. Going on 9 o'clock there. I understand.
Right,
when you've had 4 grandchildren to chase around all day, and going to have them again tomorrow.
It's hard work.
Yes, it is. My wife and I were talking yesterday. I think we're both ready for our son to get married. He came late, and so here we are. Most of our friends have grandchildren. Some of them have great grandchildren. We don't. We have one son. She looked at me and said, "I'm ready for him to get married." She's always said before she wanted him to wait till he was 30 before he got married. And now she wants him to get married so she can have grandchildren. So funny how perspective changes as you get older.
I'll just change our camera back for you. And just removing some of this timber here. Oh, don't do that, Paul. Not sure what way I want the lid, but I know I don't want all that timber on it. I think I've got a catch there. I did. Turn around, turn around, turn around.
Oh no. Thank you, Lucy, but yes, I am.
See.
I'm just around the corner from 65, so.
I might be able to retrieve it. What have I left? I should be all right. See, I was Russian. I was the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
We bet on that yet. We bet not yet, and I don't know if I'm going to get away with that here. You know what? I'm going to change. I'm not going to get enough on that. I'm going to make a recess on top of this and fit it into that.
Okay.
Right. Just check that again. I'm near sure not going to be able to turn that off because it's not fitting as it is, and I'll take it right out to the edge of that bottom of that catch. Right. Okay. So we'll just.
Just doesn't pay to get in too big a hurry, does it?
Yep. So it's okay to change your mind when things like that crop up.
Absolutely.
So, right, that tidied that up. Just clean that up, and then we'll put the.
My dad was always fond of saying, just enjoy the process. Turning fits that bill very nicely. For most
Okay.
of us, most of us are not production turners, so
No.
enjoying the process is important. We need to enjoy what we're doing.
Yet. So we'll put that back in there. We'll cut a wee small recess in that. We have room for it. Change the camera back for you. And
most production turners will tell you that they enjoy their process, which is great. I'm glad that there are those people who enjoy the production process. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those.
yeah.
I am not one.
No, making more one or two of one thing too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard enough making one piece.
Sure. Yeah. I've
Right.
got a lady wanting 6 salad bowls, serving bowls. So I've got to get my wood collected up and get those made, but they will not. I told her they won't all be identical. They'll all be different, just a little bit.
In some way, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be similar, but. Good for you, Robert. Robert had his 1-month-old great granddaughter around for a visit Friday evening. Last weekend, my parents had both their children home and 2 of their 3 grandchildren and their only great grandchild home. It was a good weekend. I think my mother's still trying to recover.
You sort of get out of practice when they're all away and growing up, and then the grandchildren appear.
Yeah.
You're just looking. What time is it? The time to go home yet?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But it's nice to see them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I talked to my mother last night. It was her birthday yesterday, and she was still talking about how happy she was that everybody was there.
Right. Oh,
I
that's
said
just,
2 of her 3 grandchildren. All 3 of her grandchildren were there.
that's just nice. So I'll tidy that up. And
Yeah, Gav, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Gav said he started a small box. He's probably 4 hours in and not quite finished yet. That's okay. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
no, it doesn't not.
Really. You know, those of us who do these lives like this, we try to do things an hour, hour and a half, but that really doesn't matter. I truly enjoy just being here by myself with no cameras on and just
Yeah.
enjoying the process, seeing how it all works out and finding the solutions. Sometimes that's as much fun as the turning. You run across a
Yeah, because
problem.
you can have a problem anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm having plenty of problems tonight.
Well, and it's amazing how like your touch portal isn't working, and so you're having to go back to the computer, and that throws you off. I'm missing one of my step centers right now. I've
Oh, one
yeah,
missing.
yeah. It just yeah, it went missing. So I'm having to use a four prong drive right now, um, which is fine. It works, but it's just different
Yes.
process. I have to look for something different now. So I want to order another little piece today anyway, and so I'll order another Steb Center while I'm at it. I may get one similar to what you have that goes in the chuck. Yeah, you might want to tighten that.
It looks a bit loose, isn't it? It's the wrong one. Do, 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 do. It was loose. Oh, that one's near right. Nice stick. What are you doing,
Mm-hmm.
Paul? Good thing to check once in a while all your jaws are nice and tight. Like that was throwing me off a wee bit there. They can throw your piece off a wee bit too. Okay, we'll get that on. We'll get our lead in. Bring our tailstock up.
William Kinney said he found it. It's behind the duck top right. I don't think I've got any ducks. Come on, William. You're not helping me much. I am sure I took it out of the lathe and set it somewhere handy. I just can't put my finger on where that handy spot is. Oh, I
Right.
just had an idea.
So we'll just remove some of this timber while tailstock's there.
Nope, wasn't where I thought. Drat.
Right. The sign opportunity here is up to yourself. What way you finish the lid of the box. So
You're exactly right, Brian. Brian Best says all the missing tools instantly reappear when the new one arrives. That's one of the laws of physics, isn't it? Dale said he didn't have any children because he didn't get married till he was 54. The step center is with the 10mm socket. I found my 10mm socket. That's not a problem.
You still haven't found your ring yet?
No, have not found my ring yet. So I'm still wearing the one I made.
One day it'll show up.
It will. It will. I'll probably keel over dead the next. Pete says it's a good reason to buy a new tool. You're exactly right, Pete. I want to buy a golden mean caliper anyway, so while I'm there, I'll get a step center to go in my chuck. I will say that's an interesting box lid. I like it.
Yeah, it's not the one I wanted to put on it, but it'll have to do. I was going to put a wee finial on it, but I'm getting tired. My legs are getting sore. As I said, I've been painting on our new premises for our new club all week last week, and I was up this afternoon doing a wee bit, trying to get it ready for September when we start back. It'll hardly stay there on its own. Nope. I need to put a wee bit of paper on that to hold that to finish that off. That should hold it. Just enough to finish off that. He says, yeah, it didn't want to stay in. I'll turn an orbit, two bits thick. I've noticed this paper towel is getting thinner every time you buy it. Bought one last week, and the whole thing was totally different when I want to use it. Usually tears right in half. This thing just disintegrated as you try to tear it. We're almost there, Paul. Ah, dear, dear, dear. I punched a wee hole in that, see that? Just use sandpaper, Paul. It's going to, what do you call it, that? Temp bait again. I'll say there, it doesn't want to come out. Oh. Need to switch the camera back. Just give me another coat of stand sealer there. Just needs a wee clean up there. See. Bit of paper stuck to the piece of sand sealer on it. So just giving all the edges a wee last sand. 400. Knock that back. Still What's happened to Doug? Did I lose him? Oh dear. was wondering why I was so quiet there. Right. Just take this foot off. So I'm just going to leave a small piece of that foot as a wee shadow line underneath that. So when it's sitting down flat, it looks as if it's floating. I would do that. Now I've lost Doug. Don't know what happened to him. I'm hoping everything's going all right. I'm talking to myself. There we are. Just one wee quick spin. Try that off. That's okay. All right. Right. Is that still not working? No, it's not working. Where am I? Facing me. Okay, guys. That's the wee piece finished. It's not exactly what way I wanted. I couldn't find another piece of same color wood, but you could always end up coloring that if you wanted, you know. And you can see the angle it's got, the curve it's got on it on the bottom. So some people turn it around that way, so it's facing up that way. You can do it that way as well. It's just your own preference. It's just a wee winged box. Nothing. Well, I say nothing too complicated about it. If you want to keep your fingers, but that's how I go about it. Other people might do it differently, but everybody has their own way of doing things. What about that wee crack in that? It's a nice piece of wood, nicely figured, and I'm near sure now it's ice, and I don't know what that wood was. It's very white. Could have been a bit sycamore maybe. But anyway, Doug has left me. Doug, if you're in the background and you can't get back in, thanks a lot for coming in, mate. And I will see you all hopefully next Monday at the same time. And I hope you've enjoyed that. It's getting a wee bit tired now, a wee bit longer than night. when you have a couple of wee mishaps, it set you back a wee bit. But it's nice to get the piece finished. It's just a nice wee piece to try and make. And if you don't get it the first time, just keep trying it. There's nobody pushing you, stand behind you going, "You're doing that wrong." Yeah, that's not what it's about. It's about having fun and seeing what you can make out of a blank piece of wood, which looks like nothing when you basically get it, you know. So thanks a lot, guys, for coming in. I'll just find my mouse here and I can go over. And I've no dog to say cheerio tonight, so I'll say cheerio to you, and hopefully I'll see you next week. And I'll push the button. Bye. Bye.